Absolutely divine.
It didn't take us that long.
Oh, so good.
Love it.
Starting with a dear friend of mine, the amazing Italian chef, Angela Hartnett.
Mary, happy Christmas!
And a happy Christmas to you.
Mwah.
While I always have canapes with my family, for Angela's, there's one pasta starter that's so delicious, it's been on their festive menu for over 20 years.
Come into the kitchen, Mary.
Oh, it's
Christmassy.
looking really Christmassy. So what are you going to make?
As you know, I've got the Italian heritage on my mother's side. So we always make pasta for Christmas, and it's something I've made from this age, probably 10 years old. And I'll make the pasta here. My mum and aunt sit at the table with a cup of tea and do their bit, and then my cousins are helping. And actually, it's one of the lovely traditions, and we want to carry that on with my nephews and get them doing it. So I think that's how it should be. I always do these pumpkin tortelli, so that's what we're going to have, because pumpkin are in season, and then we serve them in this lovely sage butter. And it's very much from the north of Italy, where we come from, and then we all have turkey, because, you know, that's what you should do,
So this is your first course?
First course. And the thing is, it's about preparation. So I make these in the beginning of December, freeze them, and it's one job done.
It's all about organisation, isn't it?
I know. So we're going to make pasta dough.
Is that a strong flour?
That's a 00 pasta flour, so it's got a good gluten content. But if you haven't got it, you can use strong plain flour.
Right.
So that's fine, but plain flour. Then for every 100 grams of flour, we're going to do 1 whole egg. So I think that's about 200 grams there. Give that a little whisk for me, and let's start to incorporate the flour in.
Now you're getting your hands in
So
there.
you'll love this, Mary. You see, this is the stage my nonna and my mother get to, and then they expect you as the slightly younger person to do. Mum goes, I'm not kneading anymore, Angela, you need to knead. So a little bit of pressure and just pushing it away and bringing
And
it
not too
back.
much flour in corn.
Not too much, yeah. That's nice and smooth now.
It's important to let the gluten in the dough relax to ensure strong, pliable pasta, giving us time to make the filling.
So the filling I'm going to make is pumpkin and ricotta, and we're going to finish it with sage walnut butter.
Oh, how delicious.
Angela's roasted chunks of pumpkin with olive oil and salt for 45 minutes at 180 fan until tender.
I'm going to add not too much ricotta because I want the pumpkin flavour. Just, you know, for 500 grams of pumpkin, add about 100 grams of ricotta.
It's not difficult at all.
It's not difficult, no.
A bit like making a cake.
A sprinkling of parmesan,
Go and smell that cheese. Lovely.
Yeah. And then one other secret ingredient,
What's
which
that?
is very Christmassy. These are mustard fruits.
That looks like ginger.
Well, that's like a little...
Stem ginger.
Yeah,
Looks like it, doesn't it?
exactly. And these are like pickled fruits in this mustard syrup. And they serve them lots with cold meats. You know, we have it on Christmas Day with turkey. That's a lovely fig. This one I know you know, Mary, because I'm sure you have that.
Maraschino cherries.
Do you have that?
Like that.
A little cocktail at Christmas.
Cheeky.
So if you can mix that in for me, Mary.
Absolutely.
these can be bought from specialist shops or online, or simply replaced with stem ginger. After resting in the fridge, Angela rolls out the dough starting on the widest setting. Just a few passes is all it takes until it's thin enough for the perfect tortelli.
We're good. Can I see you through that, Mary? Can I? No.
Now it's time to prepare them.
When we make them at Christmas, my mum will be here, my aunt Viv will be there, and then I sort of float in between.
You're the boss.
I'm the boss. And the old-fashioned way they would do it at home is how we used to do it with my grandmother, is she has one big spoon like this, and then from that spoon she uses a teaspoon to just do the filling like so, with a good thumb in between.
Look at the precision. You can see you've done it year in, year out.
Well,
the distance is perfect.
I was always told off, you see, if I didn't do it right. As a kid, we would make 500. We're actually working on antiques today, Mary, so this is Nonna's board, this actual pasta board.
It's big, isn't it?
It's big, yeah. So come on, Mary, what mistakes have you made at Christmas that you've thought, oh my God,
I have at last learnt to not overcook the turkey.
A brush of egg wash, and then fold the pasta onto itself.
And it's holding, it's not ripping
There we
apart.
go, yeah, that's it. Then cup your little finger like so, to get the air out.
Yours look a little bit different from mine, but you've done 500 every year
Exactly.
for 20 years, so I mean...
I think so. I'm sure if we did a mince pie cook-off, Mary, I think you'd beat me hands down, I have to say.
I might do.
You might do. Then we just go like this in between.
To make a head, these can be frozen on open trays and then bagged up once solid, ready to cook straight from the freezer at Christmas. But I can't resist trying some now, and they couldn't be simpler.
The time it takes to cook these, I'm going to make the sauce.
So is that about 3 minutes?
3 minutes, if that. So, nice bit of butter. Put in some walnuts, just break them up. You know, it's very last minute. If you don't have walnuts, use a few almonds, just something nutty. Then we're going to add some sage, which is fantastic. So, they've come up, drain them nicely, and you've got to finish it in the pan. Oh, look at that. Nice
Right,
hot plates, yeah. Just spoon those very gently
look at
there. And then obviously you finish it off with a little bit of your parmesan.
Doesn't that look good?
And that for me, Mary, is Christmas on a plate. Bon appetit.
I can see that filling oozing out, that bright orange colour.
And I love it with the walnuts because the nuttiness, I think, as you say, that's perfect. And that's Christmas. Don't relax, Mary. Don't think you're going anywhere. We've still got another 50 or 60 to make.
Well, I'll try and get a bit quicker.
Every year I create a festive centrepiece with what I can find in the garden. But this year I'm meeting Candice Haynes, a florist who specialises in forage displays. So if you don't have a garden, you can still make your own festive decorations, and even better, it needn't cost a penny.
Hello, Candice.
Mary, it's lovely to see you.
You're kindly going to help me do my centrepiece for the Christmas table. When I do it at home, bits fall off it. I'd like to be shown how to do it properly.
Absolutely, and I'm your girl.
You start. Right, I'll put that up that end.
Lovely. What we're going to do is a garland. So it's really simple, really easy to make, and really, really cost-effective as well. So we've got some cedar, pine, we've got some pittosporum, and it can all be foraged. Also some rosehip, which is perfect for this time of year.
So what's the first thing that we do?
So I'm going to cut a ½ metre of rope. I just got this from my local hardware store. It's reusable and we're keeping it sustainable, so we don't need to use any floral foam for any of our Christmas arrangements. Good. I'm going to tie this bit of real wire just to the end of the rope, just for some security. Just like so, wrap around.
That's the difference with me and a professional. I would sort of bind it round and hope for the best, but I'll try and learn the proper way.
First, Candice takes a sprig of pine and attaches it to the rope with the florist wire.
We're just going to wrap that around a couple of times.
Then she layers up the foliage, positioning each about 1 centimetre lower than the last.
At the end, if we see that there's any kind of gaps in colour and tone, we can just go right in and stick it underneath the wire and you wouldn't know any different.
Sounds like a good cheat to me.
Yes, it is.
She keeps adding sprigs of foliage, securing with the reel of wire each time.
Leave the ball of wire and put the next one.
Yes.
I was going to cut it all the way down with a piece. That's quicker.
This is probably why they fall apart, Mary.
If you do choose to forage for your foliage, there are some rules you should follow.
You can only forage in places that are public footpaths or public woodlands. You never take anything more than you need. You want to leave a place looking like you've never been there.
And be careful what you pick. Many common garden plants are mildly poisonous if eaten, so make sure you keep out of reach of young children and pets.
This pink heather, it is absolutely wild, and in certain parts of the country, it is in abundance.
And the brilliant thing about this, Mary, is that it will dry out and keep its colour for the whole of Christmas, and it's just going to look stunning.
And for that finishing touch, sprigs of bright crab apples.
Gosh, they look really Christmassy, don't they? Well, I'd like to think this is a joint effort. I can't wait to get it on the table. It looks vibrant, colourful and Christmassy. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas.